Welcome. In today's topic, we'll be seeing about the role of zinc in type 2 diabetes mellitus. As we all know, zinc is an essential trace element which is required in minor quantity from few milligram to less than 100 milligram per day. It's a very important trace element to perform a variety of functions, both physiological and structural role in human body and maintain optimal health. The nutritional deficiency and excess intake of this zinc mineral may cause mineral deficiency diseases and toxicity. Hence, today we'll know about what are the important functions of zinc and what is the role played by zinc in type 2 diabetes mellitus. So, the total body content of zinc is about 2 gram. Skin, muscles, prostate glands are very rich sources of zinc. RBCs contain very high concentration of zinc when compared to plasma. Highest amount of zinc is found in the brain, and it is present as a constituent of the enzyme carbonic anhydrase. RDA, when you consider the RDA for infants, it is 3 to 5 milligram per day. And in children, zinc is required 10 milligram per day, and for adults, males and females, 15 to 20 milligram per day is required. Best sources of zinc includes both animal and plant sources. Animal sources are richest sources of zinc. It includes meat, fish, seafoods, oysters. And plants food includes cereals, pulses, nuts, leafy vegetables, fruits, yeast, but it contains zinc in fair quantity. Dietary factors which affect zinc absorption includes phytate, mainly calcium in the form of calcium phytate zinc complex, and amino acids like histidine and cysteine will inhibit zinc absorption, and the presence and absence of other divalent cations like iron and calcium also will inhibit zinc absorption. Zinc toxicity symptoms includes nausea, anemia, pancreatitis and gastrointestinal pain. Zinc is absorbed from the duodenum and ileum. Metallothionein is a protein which facilitates zinc absorption, and it is excreted mainly in feces. About 5% of absorbed zinc is excreted in urine. Fecal excretion of zinc is about 9 milligram per day. So, when you consider the zinc absorption, zinc it's present in the protein, dietary protein, enters the brush border and enterocyte, and it gets stored, excess of zinc gets stored in the form of a protein called metallothionein. So this metallothionein is a smaller cysteine rich protein which plays a critical role in cellular detoxification of inorganic species by sequestering metal ions that are present in elevated concentration. This metallothionein protein accumulates only when high concentration of zinc. This zinc is a ubiquitous and essential component in biological system. This zinc is absorbed in the gut through apical structure of enterocyte, and it is thought to be transported by a carrier mediated process which is mainly energy dependent. Zinc transport was found to be affected both by its concentration in the medium as well as by the expression of this metallothionein proteins. Each metallothionein molecule can bind up to 7 atoms of zinc, where each metal is tetrahedrally coordinated to the cysteine residues. So thus it suggests a cooperative relationship in the regulation of zinc transport in enterocyte cells. So metallothionein is an important protein which helps in the transport of zinc in enterocytes, and in portal blood zinc gets bound with albumin, and albumin helps in the transport of zinc to blood. Functions. The major functions of zinc will be categorized under three subdivisions. It performs either a catalytic role, structural role, or it can be plays a functional role. So the major functions of zinc includes, there are several functions. So the major functions of zinc is mainly in the activation of several enzymes. So it can activate many enzymes, more than 400 metalloenzymes require zinc for their activity, and more than 3000 zinc dependent gene transcription factors and other protein domains like metalloenzymes require zinc for their activation. It is known to mimic insulin. Insulin is packaged with zinc in secretory granules in beta cells, and the local concentration of zinc in those granules is estimated to be high, as amount of 10 to 20 millimoles. It plays a major role in metabolic pathways in human body. It is a component of both DNA and RNA polymerase, which are necessary for DNA synthesis, and it is essential for cell growth and division. It also regulates lipid and carbohydrate metabolism. It has been said that changes in nucleic acid metabolism induced by zinc deficiency may limit protein biosynthesis, growth, and tissue generation. Zinc influences the metabolism of both RNA and DNA. Moreover, zinc is a component of many peptidases, which are required for digestion and assimilation of proteins. And zinc plays a major role in immunity. T cells are zinc dependent, mainly the thymic dependent lymphocytic T cells are zinc dependent. T helper and suppressor cells, T effector cells, and T natural killer cells appears to be zinc dependent. It is an essential for some neutrophil functions. So it's play a major role in immunity. Zinc and anorexia. It is known to be present in the brain in substantial amount, especially in the hippocampal region. It helps in the intense stimulation. The neural tissues of the brain can liberate zinc. So in these conditions, when there is a zinc deficiency, zinc levels will also be lower in brain. It is possible that the amount of zinc in the neuronal tissue determines the appetite. When there is deficiency, appetite will be lost. This means that restoration of zinc level in the brain also restores the normal appetite. Hence, it is said that zinc levels in the neural tissue determines the amount of appetite. So, it helps in appetite. Neuronal activity. So, zinc deficiency can lead to a decrease in the synthesis of DNA and RNA in the neurons, as a result of which neurons will not be able to store and retrieve the information sent to them during the process of learning. This is supposed to be the cause for the inability of the older individuals to learn new tasks. Taste and olfaction. It has been suggested that zinc plays a physiological role in taste and olfaction. Zinc has a major role in the number of metal enzymes. It is more than 100 zinc metalloenzymes are there which require zinc. Example includes carbonic anhydrase, alkaline phosphatase, lactic dehydrogenase, glutamate dehydrogenase, pancreatic carbopeptidase, A, B, aldolases, etc. require zinc. When the activity of these metalloenzymes gets reduced when there is deficiency of zinc. Effect of zinc on hormones. Insulin contains considerable amount of zinc. So it's suggested that many studies have suggested that zinc helps in the synthesis and storage of insulin. So deficiency of zinc results in lower glucose tolerance. Then zinc is directly responsible for normal oogenesis and spermatogenesis. So it plays a role in reproduction. Without zinc dependent carbonic anhydrates, the red blood cells can neither combine nor release oxygen. So it has a major function in RBC cells. And zinc contain retinine reductase, which participates in the regeneration of rhodopsin in the eye following light exposure. So it plays a major role in vision. So there are many such roles played by zinc. Zinc and insulin. What is the main role of zinc play to store this insulin, and how it affects diabetes? So insulin is a monomeric. Okay, mainly insulin exists in a monomeric form under zinc free condition. So when there is no zinc, it exists in a monomeric form. But in the presence of zinc, insulin primarily exists in the form of hexamer, binding 2 molecules of zinc per hexamer. It is packaged with zinc in the secretory granules in the beta cells of islets of Langerhans. Compared to other cell types, the pancreatic beta cells have exponentially high amount of zinc within the beta cell. The highest level of zinc is located in the insulin secretory granules, which contains up to 70% of total beta cell zinc. ZNT8 is a zinc transporter which is responsible for this high concentration of zinc accumulation in the insulin secretory granules. There are several reasons to suspect that abnormal zinc metabolism could play a role in the pathogenesis of diabetes and some of its complications. In the hexameric form of insulin, 6 insulin molecules are complexed with 2 zinc ions and 1 calcium ion. Removal of zinc from insulin can reduce the immunological insulin activity due to changes in antigenic determinants of insulin. So dysregulation of zinc metabolism affects the synthesis, storage and secretion of insulin, and therefore it affects the glycemic control. So it plays a major role in insulin action. So zinc absorption especially decreases in diabetes, thereby leading to many intracellular depletion. Altered metabolism of zinc would lead to some diabetic complications. And the main role of zinc is it has got antioxidant property. So what are the different roles of zinc as an antioxidant? Means zinc decreases the generation of ROS and it prevents the oxidation, thereby protecting the sulfhydryl groups of biomolecules from oxidation. And as a zinc and metallothionein, it is an excellent scavenger of free radicals. It decreases the nitric acid synthase enzyme and thereby preventing lipid peroxidation. As a micronutrient, antioxidant micronutrient, it activates many enzymes like superoxide dismutase, glutathione catalase, and reduces the activity of nitric acid synthase and NADPH oxidase. It also acts as an anti-inflammatory agent. Zinc supplementation prevents many adverse effects like alopecia, zinc lesions, that is skin lesions, poor wound healing, anorexia, growth retardation and reproductive abnormalities. What is type 2 diabetes mellitus? So type 2 diabetes mellitus is a metabolic disorder of carbohydrate, protein and lipid metabolism, and 90% of type 2 diabetes mellitus results from insulin resistant and altered insulin production. It is also called as non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. it is associated with a number of complications resulting from chronic hyperglycemia. It has become one of the most challenging problems in the 21st century and emerged as an increasing common illness over the last decade. Diabetes ranked to be the fourth leading cause of death, and 90 to 95% of diabetic people in the world results from insulin resistance and insufficient compensatory insulin secretion. So this type 2 diabetes is a challenging health concern in the 21st century. According to the 9th edition 2019 Diabetes Atlas, it was giving an alarming rate that type 2 diabetes has affected 463 million people worldwide in the year 2019, and this would increase up to 700 million by the year 2045. Periodontitis is also considered to be one of the main problem encountered in patients with diabetes mellitus. Periodontitis affects approximately 50% of adults and 60% of over 65 years old. This periodontal disease is a microbially initiated chronic inflammatory disease in which a dysregulated immune inflammatory processes are responsible for the majority of host tissue destruction and ultimate tooth loss. This periodontal disease is directly associated with increased incidence of diabetic risk, poor glycemic control, and diabetic complications. Plenty of microbial antigens stimulate the humoral antibody mediated and cell mediated immune responses, resulting in the malfunction of both soft and hard tissues mediated by cytokine and prostanoid flows. Both of the host and bacteria in the periodontal biofilm will liberate proteolytic enzymes that can damage the tissue. Hyperglycemia results from lack of endogenous insulin. It results in increased circulating cytokine concentrations, mainly interleukin 6, interleukin 8, tumor necrosis factor alpha, in the immune activation in subjects with diabetes. And leptin, it stimulates the endothelial cell neutrophil and monocyte function. It promotes T cell proliferation, and T helper T1 cytokine secretion also promotes hematopoiesis. Adiponectin, it inhibits adhesion molecule expression in the endothelial cells, inhibits pro-inflammatory cytokine secretion in monocyte and macrophages, and transformation into foam cells. Resistin, it also stimulates the cytokine secretion in monocytes and stimulates the endothelial cells. So all this release of chemotactic factors which will hire polymorphonuclear leukocytes into the tissues, if continual, these cells can discharge various enzymes that break down the tissues, and the situation becomes mostly permanent and produce pro-inflammatory cytokines and mediators. This in turn will release polymorphonuclear cells into the extracellular medium. So all this will cause type 2 diabetes mellitus. Then when you see the complications of type 2 diabetes, it's a systematic disease with several major complications. Diabetes results from the disruption of glucose homeostasis. The disease can cause microvascular complications such as retinopathy, nephropathy, neuropathy, and macrovascular complications such as coronary heart disease, cerebrovascular disease, and peripheral vascular diseases, ultimately death if left untreated. So the major risk factors of type 2 diabetes includes, it can be either genetic factor, diet, a sedentary lifestyle, age, and obesity. Cytokines like interleukin 1b and interleukin 6 and tumor necrosis factor can also stimulate these complications of type 2 diabetes mellitus. How this zinc and type 2 diabetes mellitus are interlinked. Mainly zinc plays a major key role in the pathophysiological role in the major neurological disorders as well as in the diabetes. It plays a highly complex role in the physiology of islets of Langerhans, stimulation of lipogenesis in the adipocyte cells, describes the synergism between insulin and zinc, and many studies have shown that zinc is co-released with insulin, which regulates the secretion of glucagon. Increase in the level of zinc, however, when it exceeds the normal level, will be highly toxic to the beta cells, and chelation of extracellular and intracellular zinc may be effective in reducing the islet destruction, and which is encountered in type 1 diabetes. Recently, it has been shown that a polymorphism of zinc transporter ZNT8 specifically in the beta cells is genetically linked with type 2 diabetes mellitus. Low serum zinc level is probably a factor for the poor wound healing and insulin resistance in type 2 diabetes mellitus. It plays a clear role in the synthesis, storage and secretion of insulin. Zinc absorption decreases in diabetes. It reduces glucose absorption and synthesis while promoting glucose metabolism and storage. It has a complex role in the islets of Langerhans. It plays a very important role in pancreatic islets as a specific structural component of the insulin molecule and also in insulin secretion. The conformational integrity of insulin as an hexameric form, the decreased zinc which affects the ability of the islet cell to produce and secrete insulin could probably a factor in type 2, could be a problem in type 2 diabetes mellitus. Zinc deficiency is associated with insulin resistance in obese individuals. Its deficiency may predispose glucose intolerance and insulin resistance. Recent studies have demonstrated that high zinc intake associated with lower risk of type 2 diabetes mellitus because zinc increases the HDL cholesterol and reduces the triglycerides in type 2 diabetes mellitus. So supplemental zinc can significantly reduce insulin resistance in obese children. Its concentration has been identified. Lower zinc concentration has been identified in some patients with type 2 diabetes mellitus, and zinc supplementation appears to improve the effectiveness of oral hypoglycemic agents, decreasing blood glucose, triglycerides and inflammation. The zinc transporter ZNT family membranes, actually ZNT12, there are ZNT12, ZNT10 zinc transporters are discovered, and ZNT family members are involved in the depleting cytosolic zinc by moving this metal ion into intracellular organisms and from the extracellular space, whereas ZIP family membrane proteins are there which increase the cytosolic zinc by transporting the zinc ion from outside the cell or from intracellular organisms. This ZNT8 major transporter which actually it has an antigenic target, and as a mediator it enriches zinc in insulin secretion granules. Then zinc, what is the role played in neurological disorder? The primary function of this free zinc in the synaptic vesicle appears to be the modulation of variety of postsynaptic receptors. Example, zinc inhibits GABA receptors, that is gamma aminobutyric acid receptors, reducing their inhibitory action, and zinc acts as an inhibitory neuromodulator for glutamate release. It regulates the voltage gated calcium channels and sodium, potassium and chloride channels. Zinc has been implicated in neuronal damage associated with traumatic brain injury, stroke and seizure. Zinc can accumulate in neurons. When excess of zinc is accumulated in the synaptic cleft, it enters the postsynaptic neurons via glutamate receptors and leads to neuronal damage via three ways: either by increasing the oxidative stress or by impairing the generation of cellular energy, or zinc can cause excitotoxicity. So the major deficiency manifestations of zinc includes growth retardation, hypogonadism, poor wound healing, loss of taste acuity, loss of appetite, anemia, skin lesions, impaired spermatogenesis, and acrodermatitis enteropathica. These are the various clinical deficiency manifestations encountered with zinc. And zinc deficiency is rare in humans. Natural zinc deficiency will cause growth retardation and hypogonadism, which is characterized by dwarfism and retarded genital development respectively. The other symptoms of zinc deficiency includes poor wound healing, loss of appetite, loss of taste acuity, anemia, skin lesions, impaired spermatogenesis. Natural zinc toxicity is not known. The symptoms of zinc toxicity includes nausea, anemia, pancreatitis, and epigastric pain. There are so many clinical facts related to zinc. It acts as a mediator to promote wound healing. It is therapeutically used to reduce copper load in Wilson's disease. Zinc deficiency impairs the storage and secretion of insulin. It helps in it significantly increases the hepatic carcinoma, and zinc content in liver decreases in post-alcoholic hepatic cirrhosis. And zinc protects the disease from deleterious effects for free radicals. Zinc has been used as an antioxidant substance in the treatment of disease associated with free radicals. There are so many functions which are played by zinc, and it's a free radical induced destruction of beta cells of islets of Langerhans has been implicated in the pathogenesis of diabetes mellitus. It acts as an antioxidant micronutrient, and it protects the tissues from deleterious effects from free radical, that is superoxide radicals. It plays many important role in cell mediated immunity, and it is an essential micronutrient necessary for the growth, development, and long-term survival of the organisms. So any disturbance in the zinc status and increased oxidative stress in diabetes mellitus may contribute to insulin resistance and development of diabetic complications. Hope this video helps you to understand in better the role of zinc in type 2 diabetes mellitus. Stay tuned to watch other videos in Biochemistry DSP channel. Subscribe and support the channel Biochemistry DSP. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.